All right, this is the very first video of Big Guy Fitness, or at least that's what I'm calling it. I have no clue what I'm doing right now. This is just gonna be a daily vlog. I don't even know what the kids call it now. Yeah, it's just gonna be me talking about my journey of gaining a ton of weight over the last couple of years. And now my little journey back. It's been about 6 months. I was, well, I'll go down all my stats in a minute, but yeah, I'm in beautiful sunny California. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening. I go on several walks a day. I do some lifting. It's gotten out of hand with intermittent fasting and all these things that I've spent the better part of last year and this year learning a lot about. There's just so much information, and for somebody who used to be very athletic and then started working some very sedentary jobs artistically, yeah, it's also the big point of this is in early 50s. I'm just past. I'm 53 this year, and man, is it more difficult to build muscle, and especially to lose weight, especially fat, especially around the midsection. Got the love handles going on, and I don't know how this camera's gonna work. I'm sure I'm gonna need to get better equipment and stuff, but yeah, I lost 50 pounds, 45 pounds in the last half a year, a little more than a half a year, and it's been a journey because there's been a lot of ups and downs. I'm generally a super positive person, always laughing and joking with my friends. I do music, so I'm a guitar player, have been since I was about 13 years old. Been teaching since I was 16 years old, went to music school, blah blah, get into all that stuff. I have a guitar YouTube channel that I was doing pretty regularly, super regularly, almost every day, every week for about 3 years. And then I kind of stopped doing that, and I'll explain why and blah blah blah. But there's bouts of depression, maybe. I mean that's definitely what it was, and I'm not used to that because, again, all my life it's been pretty happy and positive and fun, good family, good core group of friends. So yeah, this journey is interesting. I'm just gonna go through a ton of stuff, and I don't expect anybody to watch this. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna spend time editing any of this, or my goal here is literally just to document, because I've never documented this. I wish I documented my journey earlier so I could have seen the transformation. Basically, I'm 5'10". I like to say 5'11" because that's what I was when I was a kid, but as gravity takes you down, I'm 5'10 and a half on my best day, and now I'm probably 5'10". But yeah, and I was 216 pounds at my most. My BMI was probably 28, 29. It was up there, and I couldn't bend over and tie my shoes because my gut was in the way. It was just, yeah, it was not good. Eating a lot of sugar, candy, processed foods, and I just didn't care about any of that stuff because I was generally healthy. So now I have a change of life, and it's been amazing. It really has. I mean, I've learned so much from so many other YouTubers. Thomas DeLauer, Dr. Mike, this crazy bodybuilder guy. So many other people. It started out with Dr. Mindy. She talks about fasting. Learned a lot from her. And there were a few other doctors and physicians that I learned a ton. It started with intermittent fasting for sure. And it was great. I loved it. And I'll get into it more, but so this is my journey. I don't really care at this moment if anybody watches this, but what I do care about is documenting it for myself and also possibly helping others, because there's a lot of things I've changed my mind with, even in 6 months of doing this, what I would have done completely different. I lost, like I said, I lost about 45 pounds, and I lost a lot of muscle. Instead of trying to retain some of that, it was a lot of steps forward with losing the weight, feeling better, looking better, but then I looked skinny fat, and I still do right now. I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit of definition, but it was a lot of, I could have been in a better place right now. But I will document some of that stuff. I do 2 walks a day, basically. I was doing 4 walks a day, a mile each. A mile, 1 hour each. It takes me about, it's a 4.5, 5 mile walk. I walk at a 13.5 pace, basically. And I get it done in about an hour. So I do 1 in the morning, afternoon, another 1 later. I mean, it got crazy. So, and then plus I started adding weights, and yeah, it was taking up my whole day, which is not good when you need to try and get some other stuff done and you don't have well, I was fortunate enough to have the time, but I should have been focusing a little bit on some other things in my life. But anyway, all is good. If anybody is watching this, please do comment and do all the silly stuff, because maybe I can help some people with being over 50 and having the same experience, and all the hours and hours I've spent watching videos and learning and absorbing information, and then trying to apply it to my life to get in a better place, healthier, happier, and hopefully living a little longer. When you hit 50, you start seeing some of your friends have health issues, family members and other people pass on, and it's a different time in life. We're not kids anymore. But we can still stay youthful, and we can feel as good as we allow ourselves to, by doing the extra things that sometimes are burdensome, but a lot of the times you can make them so that it's just a different lifestyle. And I actually love it right now. I feel better than I ever have, like ever, just based on the things I eat and the exercise and stuff. And yeah, and I think that's about it. I don't want to make these videos too long. I don't know how much I'm going to cut the ums and ahs out. And I'm sorry about the breathing, and I'm sorry this is just on an iPhone with no microphone or anything like that, so the audio is probably jank at best. But I will talk to you all tomorrow. I'm going to try and do each one of these 1 a day as I go on my walks, maybe 2 a day as thoughts come. It's so much information. Like I said, after learning all this stuff, I think about this stuff every day, and I try and compartmentalize what's working, what's not working, what I could do a little better, so that I'm not spending 6 hours trying to work on my health and whatever. All right. And I don't know if this is going to be big guy fitness. It's just the first thing I came up with that was available on YouTube. And maybe I'll do TikTok or Twitter, or I don't even know what the things are. But the reason why I say big guy is because I was a very big guy. And as I do these walks here in Southern California, I walk by somebody's house that we used to always go over. And her daughter would always call me big guy. Hey, there's big guy. Because I was a big guy. Okay, I'm out.